Hey Libras, this is the Horoscopes with the Loom Astrology doing your March 2018 astro weather forecast. I hope you all are doing fabulous. March is another blue moon month. We have two full moons in the same month. On the 1st of March, we're going to have a full moon in Virgo, and that's going to illuminate, shine some light on your 12th house matters, hidden things, secret matters, the subconscious mind. So usually there's something that's illuminated, and in order for you to help you make a decision on something that might have been cloudy or you may have been confused about, there's realizations that come about also. So you can definitely experience some realizations, illuminations, all with something that maybe you had no idea about, or something that you were trying to figure out, something that you needed to make a decision about. So that way you can go ahead and make that decision. The second full moon is on the 31st of March, and that's in your sign in Libra. And that is accenting your first house of your physical body, your personality and presentation. And how you see things. So this is going to open up some illuminations, realizations about yourself as well. And you'll be able to come up with some new ideas or suggestions as far as how to push yourself further in your career world, in your presentation, in your personality. You can make some changes in these areas, your image, the way you look. The first house is of the physical body. So there's a lot going on there, a lot of realizations and epiphanies and illuminations and stuff like that with this powerful full moon energy happening twice this month. The other big news is that Jupiter is turning retrograde along with Mercury, and these are always fun. This is when we review, we go back. They're karmic and fated times that happen, and things come to fruition. Seeds that we've planted, we reap those rewards. If you're in sales, you can get calls from people you've marketed to in the past. You can visit old relationships that you've had a falling out with or that you're interested in reconnecting with. It's a very common time, especially during Mercury retrograde, for people to get contacted by an ex. However, it's not for everyone, and it doesn't happen for everyone, but it is one of the most common times. And Mercury is not going to go retrograde until March 22nd. Jupiter is going to be first on March 8th. It's going to retrograde all the way until July 10th in Scorpio. Jupiter is retrograding in your second house of finances. So you guys are the lucky ones having Jupiter transit your second house of money in the sign of Scorpio. It's also acquisitions and self-esteem, the things you acquire, the money you earn through work. So a lot of you might be getting a raise. A lot of you have definitely increased your income in some way. Some of you might be thinking of new ways to increase income. If you're not happy at your current job, or if you weren't, you more than likely were looking for a higher paying job. Jupiter expands whatever it touches, whatever house it's transiting. So definitely you're looking at expanding your second house of income, which is really, really awesome. So as Jupiter retrogrades, it's going to go back and give you missed opportunities, open up new opportunities in terms of resources. Now, when Mercury turns retrograde on the 22nd, it's going to be retrograding in your seventh house of partnerships. So this is all about relationships, love relationships, marriage, business partnerships, business relationships. Some of you will be forming new relationships, new business partnerships. Some of you will have business partnerships and relationships come back from the past for you to review, revisit, and see if you can do anything differently or better. This can be changing contracts as well, cell phone contracts, car leases, any kind of contracts that you're involved in. You'll be wanting to review those, see how you can better those relationships or partnerships, or cut a better deal, or work out any of those types of situations. And on the 6th, Mercury and Venus is going to join Mercury in the sign of Aries, which is your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So from the 6th on, you guys are going to have your partnerships and relationships house activated and blessed by the goddess Venus, who's beneficial. It's a really awesome time to find love, connect with others, spend more quality time with your friends, close relationships, develop new partnerships. Definitely reviewing some partnerships from the past with Mercury retrograde there along with Venus. There's going to be, like I said, it's fated times. It can bring back relationships that you might have missed out on, or partnerships, or friendships that can come back and contact you and give you an opportunity to fix these situations. But definitely in terms of developing new relationships, establishing new partnerships, having good times with close friends, and even finding love from the 6th on is going to be really, really awesome for you guys. So you guys are going to be increasing your money, collecting on monies, getting monies that may have been owed to you, expanding your finances and finding love and having fun with friends and developing new partnerships. So far, it's looking really, really awesome. Mars is going to enter Capricorn, and that's going to occupy your 4th house of home. You got a lot going on in your 4th house of home. It's not only the 4th house of home, it's also early childhood and family, and the physical property in which you live in, your actual living place. So having Mars there, being the warrior energy, you do got to look out a little bit for some confrontations at home. Home can become a battlefield. Everybody's kind of highly energized and impatient, impulsive. That can be, or frustration can come about with Mars transiting there. That's not going to be for a very long time. Mars is a short-term transit of approximately 40 days, 45 days, depending upon, again, the size of your house. But that will be a focus in the second part of after the first week of March. Saturn and Pluto both there. There's a lot of transformation that's been going on in the home environment for sure. Pluto's a long transit. So you're definitely already used to the transformation that's been occurring with Pluto. But Saturn's new entrance into Capricorn is more about testing the foundations of home and family. So Saturn shows us our weakest links. It's Murphy's Law. If it could break, it will. That way you can improve things, refine things, make things better. Same thing goes with testing of relationships. There can be situations that come up within the family that brings about some testing, so that way you can strengthen those bonds or eliminate those bonds, or cut out whatever's not working for you or helping you or beneficial to you. Saturn leaves results. After the end of his transit, we all see Saturn's results, and it's always for the better, although it is testing and it can be trial time within the home, family, and all that. But that's usually during the first part of the transit. The second part of the transit is the rebuilding phase, and that's when you start to see the results of what Saturn has been doing in the 4th house of home and family. The Sun's been transiting your 6th house, but will soon, mid-month or so, join Venus in your 7th house of partnerships. With the 6th house, with the Sun in the 6th house, it's all about health, fitness, working out, changing your diet, paying attention to details, improving, refining things. It's a house of perfectionism, so we tend to be a little bit more picky while planets transit there. Like I said, the first part of the month, you're going to have the Sun and Venus still in that house, making you make perfections, improve areas within that area. A work relationship should be pleasant as well. And then when they change signs on the 6th, when Mercury and Venus move into Aries, your relationships are going to be highlighted and you're going to see benefits there. And then a week later, the Sun will join, making you shine in that area, making you want to spend more time with your friends, making you more interested in a partnership or relationship for those of you that are single. And those of you that are single to absolutely have a higher potential of meeting someone. That's fabulous. And for those of you that are already in a relationship or a partnership, the second half of March is going to be really, really good for that. You're going to have some really good times together. It's going to be very, very, very pleasant. So that's about wraps it all up for you, Libras. It's always a pleasure giving you guys your forecast so that we can kind of know what to look forward to. If you'd like to hear more about the aspects happening in the month, check out my general March 2018 forecast, where I cover a lot of the aspects going on there. And be sure to check back in for April. If you found this useful or helpful, please do give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe in order to get notification of all my other uploads coming, because I'll be doing a lot. If you found me on my website, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't been to my website, you can visit it at www.elumastrology.blogspot.com. Once again, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fabulous March 2018.